That one hurt. We're gonna just wait for it for people to jump in and we're gonna just do stuff. Ooh, it's about that time again. We'll play magic and talk stuff. Do 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 do. Oh shit, I'm gonna be that guy. What the fuck? That stupid bitch. I played it. I paid it 2 additional. Oh, I might have did something. Oopsies. Okay. Not this man. Yeah, it's kind of genius. Lifelink now. Come on, man. What did that stupid bitch do? That little stupid cunt do. What did he do? What did he do? No. Damn. Look at that. Sometimes it works out, baby. Damn, you quit. Oopsies. First stream attended in a few days. Yeah, Billy. Shame on you. You're hurting my watch time. You're supposed to, even if you don't want to watch, you're supposed to put it in the background and use me as background noise. Those are the rules. I have the BNES excuse for not attending the stream. What's the BNES excuse? Ready or not, multimillionaires with 8 inches and thick are rapidly approaching your door. That'd be kind of crazy if someone did rapidly approach my door, and then I committed my my First Amendment right by yelling at them, and then my second if they don't listen. In that order, because numbers. Where's the meme? We need it. Sorry, person that I'm playing against. When you enter an American house, yeah, perfect.
Yes.
I don't know if they wanted money or they wanted something more sexual.
Wow.
But it's a lucky thing I had my pieces.
Your pieces.
My guns.
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bah!
Wow.
Bah! No, I don't.
Family's over. Spending time with family. That's good. You should spend time with your family. This is the most American moment right here, though.
Your pieces.
My guns.
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting.
By the way,
Bah! Wanted money or they wanted something more sexual.
Wow.
But it's a lucky thing I had my pieces.
Your pieces.
My guns.
because right here is terrible trigger discipline. This is awful. He should be shamed, and everyone should teach him good trigger discipline. That would be the right thing to do. Even in a meme, you should always practice gun safety. But nice. I hope you should actually, that would have been an excuse for everyone in your family to open up their YouTube app and stream together and watch me. That'd be perfect. It's a power move. I get more watch time. YouTube loves me. Pee pee poo poo. And they learn swear words. And they learn about multimillionaires. Oh, damn, I had a white in my fucking hand. I'm retarded. Oh, man, that was nice. We're gonna do submit these because they can't do anything. And we gonna attack. I wish there's so many clips in my head that I want to play, but a lot of them is like music related meme clips, and I would get immediately demonetized or copyright striked or video non-visibility or taken down or whatever other gay shit YouTube is trying to work out that day. And then he's gonna get superpowers. Oh, that's not a spider. That's not a spider. That's an insect. Damn it. So I decided on I'm gonna get a Nova Custom. Makes my skin crawl. YouTube never works out. It's bigger than Richard Stone. Yeah. YouTube is something, I think if you would have joined maybe like 10 years ago, it'd be, I'm not saying that it's like a sinkhole or anything. There's definitely creators that definitely make money in this industry that are out on the privacy and security side. Especially if they go into the news. I think if they go into the news era and they like just report, they can definitely see a W. think there's some YouTube channels that's all they really do is they just privacy security news. This is what's going on, and it attracts like the schizophrenic brain people, and oh no. Damn, what a bitch. So I definitely agree that it's hard to work in this industry and be consistent and profitable, because YouTube can just decide to axe your account whenever they want. I mean, they have full ownership over your media, which I don't agree with, because that creates a precedent that might not be good in the long term. Risky repair laws. Repairing your own car will help North Korea launch nukes onto Egypt. That's really funny. Oh, impact terms. Yikes. That's not good. Repairing your own car will help North Korea launch nukes onto Egypt. If that's true, I need to see that video because that sounds really funny. Louis Fonge made a video on the risky repair. Yeah, not surprised. What you gonna do, bitch? Saving for what I think is gonna happen. Louis Fonzi. Louis Fonzi. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Like, I don't know why people don't like when I ever get into arguments with people, or like even not even debates. They don't. The guy's cooked beyond burnt. True. Yeah, he's fucked right now. The problem with repair laws is people are so. Damn it. Oh, I'm fucked if he has the card. Okay, no, we're good. Alright. I thought he was gonna play the really insane, annoying combo. So, like, people think, like, businesses can't exist when you're able to repair your own products. Insert framework. Insert Fairphone. I wish Fairphone would get their security fucking if they got their security fucking together and actually developed a very secure phone on secure hardware. I think that would be such a W for Graphene OS, but that's not going to happen because they're too much of an idiot. They're too much of a bitch at the end of the day for that. And I don't think that the price is... Dude, you're already paying $800 for their hardware. And they have great repairability. And I wish that they would fucking just take the hint, and they could have partnered with Graphene OS, and then we could have had a repairable, parts repairable, secure phone running on secure hardware with secure software that gives us more freedom. But no, they got to be a bitch, which sucks because, like, I actually like repairability. I like things that can last a long time. I don't like purchasing things over and over. I don't like e-waste. I don't think anyone does. If you told me that I could have my phone from 2015 to now and it would still be secure and still run, of course I'd fucking keep it. I keep it until like I relatively feel like it's lagging behind in terms of processing power, etc. $800 for a phone, you could just get a DIY framework kit. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, the price of framework, the price of the Fairphone is definitely in the repairability, the longevity, etc., etc. The framework, 110% worth it. My biggest problem right now is they don't yet support core boot. Now there is, oh, we gotta look this up. I would get a framework if core boot was 100%. If framework was 100% on the bandwagon of doing core boot, because that's what I want. I don't think core boot offers more safety. I just think the open source nature of it makes it, in my opinion, better. I like open source software. If the camera if I had an option between a proprietary camera and an open source camera that's maybe slightly more expensive and does a little bit less, say it's like the resolution's a little bit less, maybe it's got its own quirks, I would still pick the open source option, because I think that, in my opinion, allows you to keep and maintain something for a much longer time. There was a product I bought a number of years ago that was open source. Somebody that was maintaining it stopped maintaining it. Somebody forked it. Core boot is not available right now. Yeah, for real. Somebody stopped maintaining it. Somebody picked it up like a month after that and continued the project. So that's the point that I'm making. Is not everyone picks up companies when they go south. Companies generally when they go out, they're done. They keep all the intellectual property. They might even hang on to it. Some demon companies will hang on to the intellectual property for whatever fucking reason, even if the company doesn't exist. But core boot, currently there is an experimental one on an AMD chip, 2070, that apparently is or isn't working. I don't know where. We want the benefits of modern day technologies without being engineered. PhDs regenerate the idea of this. And I don't get why these people are against right to repair. When you bring it up, people don't really seem to care, or they're just like, I did an argument with somebody. I wasn't really good at arguing for open source software and repairability before I got, developed my frontal lobe by listening to people that are good at that. But someone was like, well, just don't buy the product. You shouldn't be told how to a company how to make their product. And I'm like, and I thought about it, and I was like, actually, you making a market that's much smaller and harder to compete against, and you implementing these bad practices that don't allow me to fix it myself or have someone else fix it, you are creating an anti-consumer, in my opinion, anti-consumer, anti-competitive. You're not being competitive because the market is too small, and then you're anti-consumer. And if there's not enough competitiveness in the market, then I really don't have a choice. And I didn't think about it. I think a company that is willing to open source the proprietary, whatever, keep it proprietary, but makes it fixable. Allow me to fix it. If you can't allow me to fix it, then what's the point? It's like iPhones and all these other problems. And again, framework. Let's look. Framework allows, if I didn't want core boot, I would get a framework. This is so cool. I would get a framework laptop if it wasn't a core boot issue, and I don't want to wait because it might never come. Though I do want to say they are making a module that apparently will run Meshtastic, if I'm not mistaken, which is kind of awesome. And this is why I like the modularity of core boot, not of core boot, of framework. It's a very modular device. You can replace everything. They guarantee, I think, 5 years of parts. Even, and I mean, dude, $1,600 for a laptop is not bad. That allows you to repair it. This is about $2,000. And you can do it yourself. And you can buy a used one. And then there's Nova Custom. Nova Custom is quite literally doing a base. They have spare parts. Everything's fixable. Their parts are a little, I mean, they're trying to make money. They have a 3-year warranty. That's pretty based. And if you buy it on a credit card, I'm assuming you can get an extended warranty with your credit card. If you're going to go that route. But they accept Monero. You can buy this entire laptop in Monero. We'll just go USD. You can get spare parts. They have 10-day shipping around 10-day shipping around time. You can send it to UPS if you don't want to send it to your house. You can buy this almost pretty much all anonymous. Like laptop, pick a UPS, pick the laptop, pay Monero, send it to a UPS. The only person that knows it that's picking it up is you and the UPS person. As long as they don't scan your ID or some fucking crazy shit. If you want to purchase a laptop very anonymously, this is the option. Now you have to understand, you taking $2,000 worth Monero and you send it. Now if they gave a discount by using Monero, I'd kind of like be like, fuck yeah. You might be the guy that's like, guys, I bought a core boot laptop 10 years ago with Monero, and now I could have been a million. You'd be like the laptop version of the Bitcoin pizza guy, which would be funny. But I don't know. I don't really shame that guy. That guy didn't fucking know. No one knew Bitcoin was going to go. I don't care what any cuck or finance bro or retard or financial analysis or moron on the internet. I told everyone Bitcoin would be 4,000. No, you didn't. Fuck you. Everyone who says this is a retard, and call them a retard directly to their face, because they are. There's no way anyone ever saw in the future that Bitcoin was going to be as big as it is. No one, zero people. Tomorrow, Bitcoin could hit zero. And the people that are like, oh, no, it can't. Yes, it can. You're a moron, and you need to quit acting like the fucking Nostradamus of fucking crypto. Nobody saw any government being like, all right, let's back Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's just used to launder money now. I think if Bitcoin didn't get the recognition and the backing of the government, which is completely opposite of the whole point, Bitcoin would be nowhere near its price target. Zero chance. Monero has the same principles as Bitcoin. It's but actually anonymous. It has the same ideology as Bitcoin, but it's actually fungible. And its fee transaction is a fraction of it, but it gets delisted, shoved into the ground, and zero talked about because its price. All fucking whales and shills that talk about Bitcoin never talk about the technology, never talk about the blockchain, never talk about the actual functionality of Bitcoin and how it does have a core purpose. Now it's just price. like I said, bunch of cucks, bunch of government shills, bunch of retards, anti decentralization. See you later, Billy. And it's retarded. And there's not really a choice we have because Bitcoin has such an it's such ingrained now into society that it's like boomers are like, what about Bitcoin? It's like, all right, man. You just heard about this on the internet and you want to become rich. We get it. And cool, the early adopters made a bag. I get it. I'm all for it. If you made your money, awesome. But to act like you knew that it was going to hit these 100K is fucking insane. People are just throwing out pricing. They were just throwing out prices. They were just throwing out ideas. They were just guessing at that point. Because there's tons of cryptocurrencies that people are like, this is the next Bitcoin. Not even close. This is the next one. No, it's not. It's just, you know how many rug pulls happen now? Like, people just get rug pulled consistently. Bitcoin, at this point, you really can't get rug pulled unless somebody tells you to send it to them, and they don't deliver. Like, they're like, wire transfer me $10,000 and I'll give you 10K in Bitcoin. And I even say, like, when you local pizza guy is asking about Bitcoin, start selling. Warren Buffett, probably. True. Yeah, all the people that are talking about it now are just looking at the whales that have tens of thousands of dollars already, or if not millions, that just want to launder their money. Even though you can't really launder your money with Bitcoin, you know, unless you run your own node. Or you run Rojan Dojo. What the fuck? Ooh, man, that guy has a lot of land. Come on, give me these. Like, I think, I mean, and I hate to say it, Warren Buffett was right. I already know this. No, I didn't. I'm not going to give up. So Warren Buffett, back in like the 80s, made a bet that like anything you pick in like 10 years is not going to outpace the S&P 500. And he's right, because the S&P 500 is betting on the top 500 companies, and it's a lot of requirements to get into the S&P 500. So it's not like it's, oh, you just get in. You have to actually do something. So put that into consideration. Oh my. Come on. Damn. And over 10 years, he was right. S&P 500 has outperformed most of the market in the last like 50 plus years. Bitcoin just happened to happen by accident. I think it was an accident. I don't think it was ever supposed to get this big. I think all the retards saying that they called it are just a bunch of cucks and they like jerking off in front of the mirror. That's my take on that. And it's traceable, so it's fucking worthless. My suggestion, this isn't financial advice, quote unquote, but if you buy Bitcoin through KYC, purchase Monero, and then just tell someone like, oh, my Bitcoin, I sent it to this crypto wallet and I lost it all. Oops. Oopsies. I lost it all. It drained. Oh no. Like, just swap it for Monero. Use Wizard Swap. Use like anything that functions on Tor. You know what? Funny too. Funny story. I used to use fixed float a lot because they allowed Lightning. And strangely, Lightning does not work right now. It's in quote unquote maintenance mode. Network temporarily, and this has been fucking for weeks. So I think they're a bunch of cucks and they've been compromised or some dumb shit. I'll even say that, like, the guy that did The Big Short, he just got lucky. You saw a lot of people, like, taking out loans and they're like, oh, they can't afford this. I'm gonna short everything. Yeah, like, all these people that think they're, like, And a lot of it is timing and luck. Timing and luck. It's like when GameStop did the squeeze. Where the fuck were you last game? When GameStop did a giant squeeze, Volkswagen did the same thing in 2008. If you didn't sell your stocks in 2008, or like your anything really, then you'd be fine now. You'd be great. You know, Warren Buffett did make quite the argument that when there's, you know, blood in the streets, start buying or something, or whatever, you know, or when you're getting sucked off, to don't tell your cousin. You know, Snoop Dogg probably, but that's what it really comes down to. But the thing is, like, Monero gives you a lot of Monero's the reason Monero's so great. It doesn't matter what amount I send you. Say I send you 10,000. You don't need to audit. You don't need to wait. You don't need to wait for some fraud prevention to check it out. You don't need to wait for some fraud prevention to check it out. You don't need to go through any checks and balances. The blockchain does it all for you through transactioning. What a cunt. Why would he waste on that? Surprise, motherfucker. So the blockchain takes it and does the validation for you, so it doesn't even matter. Kind of nice. It does the validation for you, and then you don't gotta wait 72 like a week for a specific amount of money. Just think about it. It's kind of important to prevent terrorism or whatever the fuck they wanna admit. So, and then you don't have to deal with fucking debit card this, pumpkin is that. Bitch is done.
the natural response.
Beautiful. All right, guys.